Good evening and thanks for joining us. New disturbing details are coming to light about the murder of a Vancouver Island man. His home is near a minimum security prison where two men escaped from 3 years ago. Those prisoners are now charged with first-degree murder in the brutal killing of Martin Payne. CTV's Ben Milger was in court today.
The men accused in this case do not deny they waited until low tide on a July evening 3 years ago and then simply walked along the shoreline away from the minimum security prison in mi-jung. The Crown says it will prove they later killed 60-year-old Martin Payne in his house and stole his truck. 2 days after the escape, Zachary Armitage and James Lee Bush were arrested after stopping to talk to an off-duty RCMP officer out walking his dog. The Mountie recognized the pair and called 911. The escape prompted Corrections Canada to launch a review of every inmate in minimum security custody in the country. Armitage and Bush were both given higher classifications after that review. A 60-year-old Martin Payne was found murdered in his mi-jung home several days after the escape when his boss reported him missing. The Crown alleges he was killed with a hatchet and a knife and said they will show evidence that Armitage and Bush made phone calls from Payne's house and used his computer to search for information about the escape. The two accused sat side by side in the prisoner's box in court, but did not speak to one another on the opening day of the trial. Several members of the victim's family sat directly behind them in the front row, with his two daughters tightly gripping each other's hands.
It's a tragedy. He really was the most lovely, kind, giving family man, and to then have that ripped away for nothing is shocking and terrible.
Bush and Armitage pleaded not guilty to 1 count each of first-degree murder, which carries an automatic life sentence with no possibility of parole for 25 years. Payne's daughters have also filed a civil suit against the Correctional Service of Canada, saying if the two men had not been allowed to escape from the prison, their father would still be alive. Ben Milger, CTV News, Vancouver.